Hi, you're watching TechCrunch TV. I'm Colleen Taylor. Here with us in the studio today is the founder and CEO of Branchout, Rick Marini. The company has just announced a big round of funding and some new user numbers. And so we're excited to have you here, Rick, to talk to us about all things Branchout.
Yeah, great to be here.
So to start out, you guys just raised $25 million in Series C funding. Can you just give us the landscape here, what's going on at Branchout?
Sure, yeah, so we're really excited. We've got Tim Chang back on the board, and Tim from Mayfield just led around $25 million, which brings our total funding now to $49 million raised in the last year and a half. So a big chunk of money, and we're excited to have Tim on board with Kevin Effersey from Excel and Jeff Yang from Redpoint.
And what I think is interesting is this isn't your first time. Mayfield led this round.
Yes.
And they're a first-time investor now in Branchout, but this isn't your first time working with Tim Chang of Mayfield.
Yeah, Tim was one of the original investors when he was at Norwest. And Tim left Norwest, went to Mayfield, and when our numbers took off and there was interest and excitement over Series C, Tim was the first one to give us a call and say, I really would love to get back into Branchout. And it made a lot of sense to have Tim and Mayfield lead the round.
Okay, and now you're at $49 million, you said, total invested. You guys have only been around for a couple years, right?
Yeah, less than 2 years. We've done 3 rounds. And I think a lot of that really reflects our growth. So the company has gone from 0 to 25 million registered users in less than 2 years. So I think everything about Branchout has been accelerated on the funding and on the user numbers.
Great. And so just to back up for a second, for anybody who isn't one of those 25 million users, explain what Branchout is.
Sure. Branchout is the largest professional network on Facebook. So we allow users to leverage their existing friend network to be able to identify all their inside connections. So whether you're a job seeker, a career networker, a recruiter, or a sales professional, the real relationships we believe on Facebook really matter. And those are the people that you can utilize to help you advance your career.
Okay. And now it was almost a year ago now that the LinkedIn IPO was really big news. They're probably one of, or maybe your biggest sort of competitor. Why are people signing up for Branchout? What is attracting people to Branchout versus the LinkedIns of the world?
Yeah, so I think LinkedIn is a great company, and I think they do a really good job addressing kind of the 10% of the global workforce that's considered white collar executive. And we, of course, address that market as well. But if you think about the other 90%, these are the people that are on Facebook, right? So it's anywhere from a recent college grad, maybe returning military, cashiers, customer service, all the way up to accountants, software engineers, and CEOs. All of those people are on Facebook. And what we've done is finally given all of those people a professional identity for the first time.
Okay. And so it sounds like things have been going well already, 25 million users. What are you going to do with all this money?
So we're going to hire more people. Right now we're 45 people, and LinkedIn, the other company in our space is 2,500, right? So we have some room to grow on headcount and really double down in engineering, beef up our technical infrastructure and search and data capabilities, as well as mobile, because mobile has really been a big driver of that growth.
Great. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit more about what's happened in mobile? When I asked you, why did you get to 25 million? You said mobile is huge.
Yeah. So mobile's been big. I mean, if you just step back and look at our last 4 months, we went from about 400,000 monthly active users in December to 1.2 million in January to 5 million in February, and today we're over 13 million active users. A big reason for that would be mobile. So Facebook has about 350 million mobile users every month, and we didn't launch our mobile app until December. By January, it represented 25% of our users, and now it's 40% of our total traffic is mobile. And it makes sense because if you think about that other 90%, they're not tethered to a computer all day like I am, right? They need to be able to access Branchout via their mobile device, and that's the case definitely for the US, as well as our growth internationally, which has been really big for us. At this point, 50% of our new users are coming from international, from the UK, Canada, Australia, and emerging markets like India and Brazil, and many of those users are using Branchout via mobile.
I see. And so what's your revenue strategy? Do you guys make money yet, or how do you plan to make money? What's that look like?
Yeah, so we've got two different revenue streams. One is job postings. We are the largest job board on Facebook. We've got over 3 million jobs and internships. And the other is a product we call Recruiter Connect. Recruiter Connect is a lot like LinkedIn Recruiter. That's their flagship product that drives about half of their revenue. And it basically allows recruiters to be able to have more advanced search features and messaging and folders and things like that.
Okay. And are you guys at a point where you're close to profitable? Can you give me any idea of the revenue numbers?
I would say right now we're in investment mode.
Okay.
So we are investing in user acquisition. Although we do zero marketing, but we have people that are really focused on growth internally. We've got real focus on product and retention, less on monetization today, and really it's about being able to aggregate 25 million users in the first 2 years and give them a great experience. And if you look at our growth, we're growing at over 3 new users per second. Every day, all day. And LinkedIn is a great company. They're only growing at 2 users per second, which is still pretty phenomenal, right? So for us right now, it's about user acquisition, it's about retention, and giving them a great experience on Branchout.
Great, and you guys are clearly, sort of built on top of Facebook in a big way. Facebook is about to have an IPO. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah, I heard that.
How is that going to affect? Is that going to affect Branchout? How are you kind of looking at this larger ecosystem now?
Yeah, so we are excited for the Facebook IPO. Obviously, they are as well, and I think it's great for Facebook and it's great for the developer ecosystem. Facebook is ubiquitous around the globe, but I think the IPO really legitimizes who they are to users, to Wall Street, to partners, and that's going to allow Facebook to grow quicker, innovate faster, hire more people, acquire more companies like Instagram and others. And for us, because we move extremely fast too, we love that Facebook's going to be able to innovate that much faster.
Okay. And speaking of Facebook acquiring new companies, are you guys, would you see yourself as on that list of potential acquisition targets for Facebook? I mean, when you raise this amount of funding, the exit questions start to really come in a lot.
Yeah, for us, with $49 million of funding in the last 2 years, we are heads down growing a big company, right? We have the ability here to create what we think is a transformative company, and we feel really lucky to be the largest professional network on Facebook. We think we've got a great future ahead of us. We've got the financial resources, we've got a great team, a big idea, and we're not even thinking about selling. We want to go big on this one.
Okay. And you've been an entrepreneur, you've been in this space for more than a decade now. What's it like right now in spring 2012? Can you characterize what it's like to be a founder in this environment?
Yeah, so I love being an entrepreneur. It's a roller coaster, and some days are harder than others. But I love what we do. I've been an entrepreneur for 13 years here in Silicon Valley, and '99 was a crazy time when we started my first company, Tickle. And in some ways, it feels like '99 again. I was here for the early days. The difficulties are hiring right now for engineers. There's obviously this war on talent that we're part of, and trying to try to bring in back-end engineers. But it's an exciting time also because a lot of companies are being funded. Some of them are smaller feature companies, and some of them are larger, like Branchout and Spotify and Instagram and Pinterest. So I think it's a really exciting time with a lot of entrepreneurs being funded with smaller ideas that might blossom into one of these bigger companies. And for us, because there's so much funding and so much excitement, these are the days that I enjoy the most.
Great. Well, is there anything else you wanted to make sure we touched on? I know this is a big day for you guys, so any message you have?
Yeah, it's been great. Right now, 25 seems to be our lucky number. 25 million in new funding today, 25 million registered users, and we're the 25th largest app on Facebook. So this is just a fun time for me. I'm so proud of the team, and we feel fortunate to have so much good stuff ahead of us.
Great. Well, Rick Marini, thank you so much for stopping by, and please keep us posted on all things Branchout.
Thank you.